front commun pour mettre l'emphase sur notre détermination et à créer une fin à la violence, une paix qui sera durable, dans laquelle nous allons tous participer. Good evening, everyone. It was good to be here in London today. It was important for Canada to be there with allies as we discuss the importance of standing united in defense of Ukraine and in pushing for a durable and lasting peace in Ukraine. We all have important roles to play, and we've recommitted today to continue to do that.
What role will Canada play in that coalition?
Canada has been one of the strongest countries in support of Ukraine from the very beginning. For over 10 years now, we've been training Ukrainian defense forces. We're up to close to 40,000 Ukrainian troops that we have trained over the years. We're continuing to play a significant role in training, as is the UK, who is our primary partner in that. We've also invested close to $20 billion in supports for Ukraine, military, economic, and other. And we're going to continue to be there to support Ukraine as necessary with whatever it takes for as long as it takes, because Ukraine is not just defending its own territory, it's defending the very principles and values that underpin all of our democracies. So as we look at what's going to be necessary in the coming years, I can assure you that Canada and Canadians will be there. Le Canada est là pour l'Ukraine depuis très longtemps. Ça fait plus de 10 ans qu'on fait de la formation en Ukraine, depuis l'invasion illégale il y a 11 ans de la Crimée et certainement depuis l'invasion totale il y a 3 ans. On est là avec presque 20 milliards de dollars en appui. On va continuer d'être là pour l'Ukraine avec l'aide nécessaire. On fait partie des réflexions sur comment on va établir une paix, comment on va garder la paix et s'assurer que ça dure. Et à ce niveau-là, je peux assurer tous nos alliés et surtout nos amis ukrainiens que le Canada continuera d'être au rendez-vous.
Prime Minister Starmer said specifically it will mean UK boots on the ground and planes in the air. From your answer, I am taking that will not mean Canadian boots on the ground. Is that, just to finish, is that the case, or are you considering Canadian boots on the ground in the form of peacekeepers down the road?
Every step of the way, Canada has looked at the ways it can best help. And as I've said a few days ago, everything's on the table. We know that the Canadian military has ways that it can contribute. We're not going to get ahead of the discussions on how to keep a peace that isn't yet in place. But Canada will be there and is open to doing what is necessary, but those will be decisions taken in the coming years by Canadians and their government.
Canadian press. Prime Minister, your audience tomorrow with the King, what is your message for him?
I look forward to sitting down with His Majesty tomorrow. As always, we will discuss matters of importance to Canada and to Canadians, and I can tell you that nothing seems more important to Canadians right now than standing up for our sovereignty and our independence as a nation.
And Prime Minister, what message did you have for Prime Minister Starmer? Did you ask him to speak up for Canadian sovereignty, and is it acceptable that he's taken a pass on that?
I can actually highlight that Prime Minister Starmer spoke during a PM question period last week, I believe, on how Canada is a strong and valued ally and partner, and I know our allies will continue to be there to count on Canada and defend Canada in our strong sense of identity and independence.
Hi, Prime Minister Tom Perry, CBC. You had some time, we saw today, to talk with President Zelenskyy. I'm wondering what you can tell us about what you discussed, and I'm specifically curious whether you spoke about his encounter with President Trump and Vice President Vance in private.
Obviously, I have spent a lot of time with Volodymyr Zelenskyy over the past years. We had a great sit-down just last week when I was, a few days ago, when I was in Kyiv to talk exactly about